If you clicked on this video, you're probably looking for some encouragement and clarity about your path as a believer, as a child of God. Well, you're in the right place at Morning Gratitude Prayers, and I want to lift you up today with a message just for you. You see, so many of us don't always realize that the calling on our lives is between us and God. It's personal and unique, and no one else will fully grasp your story. Whether it's your family, your closest friends, your church, or even your mentors, they may not completely understand your purpose, and sometimes, without meaning to, they might even question it or unintentionally block your progress. That's why it's crucial to know where you stand in your relationship with God. In the Bible, there are countless examples of people who received dreams, visions, or direct guidance from God, and they had to trust Him, sometimes with no one else believing in them. Think about Noah. He was given a glimpse of what was to come, a warning about the flood, and an instruction to build a massive ark. Imagine how ridiculous that must have sounded to everyone around him at the time. A flood? The whole earth? A giant boat? People probably thought Noah was crazy. But did Noah let their doubt stop him? No. He was faithful, and he dedicated years, even decades, to completing the task God gave him, despite the ridicule. This is a reminder for you. I'm not saying you should ignore others or shut them out, but it's important to recognize that sometimes your calling is only between you and God. No one else needs to understand it fully, because it's not their journey. What matters most is where you stand with the Lord. Take a moment and reflect on that. God cares deeply about the direction of your life. He sees your past, He knows your struggles, but don't dwell on regrets from yesterday. Don't let the enemy fill your mind with doubts, insecurity, or fear of inadequacy. Those negative voices are just attempts to distract you from the incredible future God has prepared for you. Instead, focus on the calling He has placed on your heart. Be steadfast, stay disciplined, and hold on to His promises. Remember, Noah didn't spend his time convincing others to believe in what God showed him. He didn't beg people to get on the boat. His role was to stay faithful to what God had asked him to do, regardless of how absurd it seemed to others. The same applies to you. Stay faithful to your calling, even if others don't understand it. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. Your journey is unique, and the road God has set before you is custom-made just for you. Don't allow distractions or pressure from others to pull you away from it. Just as Noah didn't need everyone's approval to fulfill his purpose, you don't need to convince others of the vision God has given you. Think about Abraham and Sarah. They were promised a son, but they grew impatient and decided to take matters into their own hands by having a child through Hagar. But that wasn't God's plan, and their decision had lasting consequences. We all face moments where it feels like God is silent or things aren't happening fast enough. But trust His timing. Don't try to take control. Acting outside of His will can lead to unnecessary challenges. So, be encouraged today. God has a grand design for your life, and even if you can't always see it or feel it, He's guiding your every step. He loves you deeply, and His plans for you are full of hope, purpose, and promise. Trust that He will fulfill what He has started in you. Thank you for joining us at Gratitude Prayers. Remember, you don't walk this path alone. God is with you, leading you and cheering you on. Until next time, stay faithful, stay committed, and don't let anything distract you from what He's called you to do. You've got this. Be blessed and stay encouraged.